evening. I want to welcome everyone to the 17th season of the Sedalia Area Farmers Market. I'm Beverly Rawlings, and I'm the treasurer of the Farmers Market. And together with Brenda Rates, we founded the market in 2009, and it's been one of the greatest pleasures of our life. So we want to make you feel welcome, so feel free to raise your hand and ask questions. But we're going to start with introductions. Just a reminder that this is being recorded, so if you do ask a question, please ask it loud enough so that the microphone on the camera will pick it up, because we'll post this to YouTube for people that couldn't be here this evening. But do hold your questions until the end of each speaker's session. Raise your hand and we'll call on you. And if you haven't signed the attendance sheet that's coming around, please be sure you do that before you leave this evening.
Did I miss anybody? Raise your hand.
Thank you. Everybody signed? Everybody signed? Thanks, Siska. Okay, I think we'll go ahead and start. Teresa, if you want to go ahead and start, we'll introduce our board members.
I'm Teresa Fortune, I'm president for this year. Nice to meet you.
I'm Benita Riley, this is my husband Rich. I'm vice president and we're from Backyonder Farmers for Vendor.
And I'm the next one. And then
Okay, I'm Beth Johnson. I'm secretary on the board.
Angie Hess, just a vendor, what am I?
vendor board
Vendor
member.
board member, that's what I'm
Yeah. No, we have a 9-member all-volunteer board, and our bylaws call for 3 of those members to be vendors, because we want to be sure your voices are represented there. So next we've got,
I'm Kim, this is my other half, Matt, we're with Triple H Family Farms.
thanks, Kim. Siska?
Hi, I'm Francisca, and I'm a former vendor, but now just board member.
Not just, you're one of them.
I'm Brenda Rates, and I'm a board member, and recently, like 2 years ago, retired as the market manager.
And I'm Rachel Michael, and I'm the new market manager. So I know some of you, but nice to meet the rest of you, and I look forward to working with you all.
Yeah, so Rachel's just getting her feet under her, and Amber Pena, who was our vendor, our manager for the last couple of years, decided, I think you all saw on the vendor page, that homeschooling our kids and keeping up with their busy schedules was just too much, and so Amber has been helping transition Rachel into the position, and of course we'll all be helping her transition into the position, but Rachel has been a long-time customer, and therefore when she applied for the job, we knew that her love for the market was true and that she's going to be a great fit. So we're really looking forward to that. Kirk Martin with the health department is normally here, but he's not here yet. So we're going to switch the presentation around just a little bit. Hopefully he'll be here in a bit. And then Jeff Root with Weights and Measures, for those of you who needed your scale certified. Hopefully you've given those to Jeff, who's in the back room there.
Beth, can I interrupt on
yes.
an update from Kirk?
Yes.
He's been at the warming shelter all day. He forgot about the train.
Oh, shoot. Okay. All
He
right.
said he can run by for a question and answer at the end of the meeting if that would work.
Yeah, that'll be fine. That'll be just fine.
Okay, thank
No worries. Okay. So now we would like for introductions from you all. So I think we'll just start right here.
Can we stand?
Yes, please.
Hi, I'm Cindy Hodge. I'm interested in becoming to this group. Okay.
Yes.
My
Where you're
name would
from
be.
and what
You
you
want me to tell you what it
intend
is? Okay.
What
My,
you intend to sell.
my curing herbs with tallow teas and tinctures is what I'm interested in. That's what my name will be. Thank you.
I'm Emma. I sell teas, candles, skincare like salt scrubs, and like a scar like salve. So yeah, I'm interested in becoming a vendor as well.
Welcome.
Thank you.
41 years. Monty and Glenda Richardson, Rich Honey Company. We're from Warrensburg. She works at Boswell. I just retired from the city. We've been here for a lot of years. So this is more home than where we're at, actually. But anyway, trying to get approved so we can be at the farmer's market this year. Oh, well, we're honey. 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 Yeah, we're gonna sell honey, I hope, beeswax, candles, basically products of the hive, so that's our goal here.
Okay. Joyce?
Joyce Softford, my son Kent is Kent's County Line Gardens, and he'll be here a little bit. My husband went to pick him up, get him off work. He sells kind of some unusual things that some other vendors don't sell. It's mostly produce season, and he also has Job's Tears that my granddaughter has taken and makes bracelets out of that we sell at the market too, and we hope to have her here at least once this summer so people can see her making her bracelets.
That's wonderful, yes. Rich and Benita. Do you want to tell everybody what you sell at the market?
I guess, yeah.
Yes.
Stand up.
Well, you're gonna stand up again then too.
Yes.
We do produce somewhat and baked goods, more baked goods last year, bagels, breads, cookies, eggs, pastured chicken.
Kim, why don't you guys go ahead?
We do produce, honey, we do a bit of honey, a little bit of eggs, but mainly produce.
Yes. Okay.
My name's Megan with Hedgehaven Farms. We sold some in the past, just do some produce. Our daughter does some flowers and some baked goods, and we do eggs. That's about it.
Beulah Valley Farm, we do produce. We have some crafts that we sell, itch sticks, some point roll on moisturizer things, eggs, and.
Don't forget the candy.
I don't know.
Really? You're thinking no?
It's in Walmart now, so
Oh, my
I don't
goodness.
know. We'll see
Right,
how it goes.
right.
We have some freeze-dried things of some sort. But yeah,
They stole your idea.
they did.
Bill?
Bill Wilkin Family Farm, and I've got beef, chicken, and pork.
Yay. Glad to hear it, Bill. Vicki?
And I'm Vicki with Vicki's Pies, and I make pies.
Pretty straightforward.
Yep.
I'm Kim, this is my husband Chris, we have Flatiron Farms, and also Chicken Lady Loves Art, and so we do hand-poured small batch candles and soaps, and also art.
Okay. Thank you. Kellen?
Kellen Brandt, we grow sweet corn, and we're out of the Blackburn, Alma area.
I'm Tim Charles from T&K 3D Printing. Last year we started our business. We got to the market a little bit late last year, and I design and create things such as critters and wall art. We just figured out how to make light boxes, so we've been making light boxes and photographs, and basically our motto is, you dream it, we make it. So
That's great.
we're just happy to be part of it.
Yes, that's awesome. Thanks, Tim.
I'm Elisa Bridges with Amuna Farms, out of Calhoun, Missouri. And I grow herbs, and then I have different colors and tinctures and spices and balms and different things along that line. We also have eggs.
Okay. Wonderful. Marty?
Joan Marty Yoder, and our business name is Yoder's Fried Pies. And that's all we do, is fried pies.
Yes. Thank you, everybody. We're missing a few folks tonight, whether it's weather-related, travel-related, or health-related. So this is not all of us, but we're really glad that you're here, and welcome, welcome, welcome. One thing about the farmers market is that we are more like family, and we abide by the golden rule. And so if anybody needs help setting up their table, or if they need advice on growing things, that we're all here for each other to help each other be successful. It's a free market, but also we're a family, so it's not a hyper-competitive environment in which you would, you know, be closed off to your neighbor. We pride ourselves on being a family-friendly place, not just for our customers, but also for our vendors. So keep that in mind as we go along. And if we ever fall short on that, please let us know. We really want to be a happy place for everybody to be. I think I can speak for all the board when I say that the market is our happy place, and we work really hard to keep it that way and make sure that we're addressing everybody's concerns equally. So without further ado, these are some photos from our most recent seasons here. And gives you a little bit of an overview of what happens at the farmer's market on a normal day. If you know any musicians, Doug Kellis there in the upper left corner, we're so lucky to have him, but we also welcome other musicians at the market. Rachel's husband, Brian, has played at the market before. We really enjoyed that. So if you know any musicians wanting a nice gig, then the farmer's market's the place to be. A disclaimer. We love helping you find the information that you need to be successful, but tonight's training is not going to cover all that. So please know the rules and regulations, whether it's federal, state, local, that apply to the products that you're wanting to sell at the market. Our liability insurance does not cover your products. Our liability insurance covers like slips and falls at the market, which we hope never happen, but it's life, so it does from time to time. But please be certain that that you know that you've got all the rules and regs that apply to your product adequately covered. So obviously Kirk is at the warming shelter with good cause for being at the warming shelter. He does a great job heading that up. So we're going to kind of wing our way through this. Like I said, we've been doing this for 17 years, so hopefully we'll give you a really good idea of what you need to be on the lookout for. So Missouri cottage law applies to most of the things that are sold at the farmer's market food-wise. That applies to non-potentially hazardous processed food, which is including but not limited to the items that are listed here. Oh, there he is. Welcome.
You're doing a great job.
Nobody wants to listen to me talk the whole time.
They don't want to listen to me talk.
Well, come on up, Kirk. Thank you for all you do, and thanks for heading up the warming shelter. Yeah, you had really important priorities going on. So.
Burned out family I was trying to get re-homed.
Yeah, thank you
So what are we doing?
So we're just getting started. This was your first slide here.
All right.
So I'll advance them.
How many new people do we have that's going to do food service? One?
I don't know, mine's food, but.
If it's a tea, it would be a food.
Okay.
Yes.
You do food service? You haven't done it before? All right. So, under the Missouri cottage law, you can use your home kitchen, but only for things that are listed on the label there. If you're thinking salsa, barbecue sauces, liquid soups, canned vegetables and stuff, that can't happen. We have to have a certified kitchen, and even some of that, you have to go to a special certification schooling for canning processes, special processes. Get my head wrapped around this a bit. Go ahead and go to the next. So labeling, if you're doing the labeling, nothing's changed on that. Your name, address, the common food name, and your ingredients from most to least. The flour is usually the most in most everybody's home-based business, and some sort of a spice or something might be your least. The weight, I believe, is
Jeff.
Yes.
He'll probably talk about weights and measures a little bit on packaging and stuff, but your weights and if you have any allergen products, nuts, milk, you need to list that. You don't have to list each individual allergen. You need to list that this product may contain products that are known allergens, okay? And then the bottom one there, the statement, a little placard that says that this product is made in a kitchen not inspected by a health department clinic. How we doing? All right. Your stuff is growing, there's no processing unless you do have a kitchen. You get the one cut, right, off the vine. Get the cut off the vine. Anything else requires an approved kitchen to process your fruits and vegetables. Yeah, that's going to be covered in a little bit. Honey, there's not a lot about honey except it's got to be pure honey, no cotton honey. In the packaging, I believe, are you covering packaging on the honey? Are you covering packaging on honey? It's basically, again, weight. And if you are doing honey, you're probably associated with some sort of a honey association, usually beekeepers or something. From my perspective, I'm looking for, make sure it's not cut and that it's labeled according to the correct weight. Trying to get my head back for a second. So if you have meat butchered, it's got to be processed through either a Missouri Ag, MOAG label or a USDA label. Are you covering any of that?
That's, we got a whole different department.
Yeah, meats department.
Meat inspection.
We do have some exemptions on poultry and rabbits though. And if you're interested in that, just, I'm going to tell you to get a hold of me and we'll just go over that one-on-one. Again, any type of curing or preserving of foods usually requires some sort of special certification or documentation. You may be really good at it, but to sell it outright, you've got to go through the advanced training. And there's the best 3 days of my life right there, better processing control school.
I went last year. It's a food.
Did you? Best 3 days of your life too, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Just real quick, this school it's all about canning product, but it does not regulate between Libby's and you on the farm. It's the same school no matter where you're at in the processing plant. So we learned how many, what was it, 22 different parts of the lip of a can?
Or something, yeah.
All right.
All right.
Very good. So I have literature up here. I think most of this is mine.
Yes.
If you're wanting to do something that requires more of a process, and that doesn't really jump out in the, you guys, if you're interested, this will give you pretty much the ins and outs of, and this one here. Nope, not this one. All right. This pamphlet here, though, will pretty much tell you what you can and can't do out of a home-based business. If it doesn't, if you got something and you're not sure, call me. I'm at the health department most of the time, and we can sit down and dive into it a little deeper. I could tell you, like I said already, barbecue sauces, salsa, any type of a soup mix. Now we could do dry mixes are allowed, okay? But if it's liquid, if it's canned, if it's, I don't know. I'm I'm trying to think of some of the things we've run across in the past, but salsa is usually the number one,
Right.
barbecue sauce,
Right, that's
so.
usually the number one question.
All right. Most of you, I've seen a lot of familiar faces that have been here for years and years and years. If there's any questions, though, I'm Kirk Martin. I'm at the Health Department, and I'll try to find the answer for you.
We
Just
love
don't
working
bring a
with
tough
Kirk.
question.
Yeah, we love working with Kirk, that some people hear, that he's with the health department and that he might be difficult to work with. Not with Kirk. He finds ways to get us to a yes, rather than being an adversary. So he's been a great partner for us for many years.
Well,
I was told by another health department person that if I worked with Kirk and he was okay with what I did, what I was doing was okay.
Good.
I hope that was Benton County.
That was Benton County.
That sounded like Benton County.
That was Benton County.
One other thing on your home baked goods, when you make stuff to sell as a bakery or whatever, to be exempt from health inspection, you have to sell to the end user. You cannot sell to somebody that's going to resell it. That's wholesaling. That requires, actually that takes it out of my department and goes to manufactured foods. But I'm usually the road to that. And if that's something you want to do, that's fine. We just got to do it the right way. So.
Can you answer, we were talking about this in the meeting the other day, with the allergens, because those changed from like 7 to 8, like soybeans got added things. Do you have to list just may contain allergens, or just
At this point.
specifically listing?
Now, if you got something that's, the way I read that is you just need to list that this product may contain known allergens.
Okay.
And it's the person who's allergic, it should, so that allergen should be in the ingredient listing though.
Okay.
And what
So-
we did on our labels is we bolded those,
And that's
bold
fine.
font on those
And that's fine. I
allergens,
mean,
on some of them.
You know, I always tell a story when I was a younger guy and thought I knew the world. I was making a product that this particular person comes in every day. I cannot have chocolate in this, please clean this spindle off. And if you don't know, I used to be in the Dairy Queen business, so I was, those spindles really spin off pretty clean. They're just a little bit of debris, not enough to transfer flavor or anything. And this guy every day, make sure there's no chocolate on there, make sure there's no chocolate. Well, like I said, I thought I knew everything. Next thing I know, he's laying down in the middle of the restaurant floor with his windpipe closing off. Because I didn't clean a spigot off and left a little chocolate on there that he was highly allergic to. So, those allergens are a pretty important thing to those people that are allergic to stuff. So. Anything else?
Anybody have, yes?
Yes.
I have a question. Okay, I sell nothing but honey.
Yep.
Okay. Now, I do have a sign I have made up that's list, this is not a certified kitchen, because it's not certified, it may contain, because I'm doing it in my own kitchen. Is that good enough, or does it have to be my?
Yeah, I mean, if you're honey, you're using pure honey, right?
Mhm.
Usually, the honey guidelines within the associations take care of that. So, as long as you're putting in approved containers according to that, you're good to go. The proper labeling and stuff that they require of it, but you don't even have to have a placard about not in a prepared kitchen because of the honey. I mean, the honey is about the only thing that gets away with that.
Because it's a single ingredient.
This summer, I plan on putting in a medical garden, okay, with with herbs and stuff, but can I use dry herbs? I don't have to use the raw herb to make teas and tinctures?
Are you making teas to sell the tea itself?
Dry teas.
Dry tea, you're selling the mix?
Yes,
Yes, that's fine.
I can use dry herbs from a known place, like Mountain Rose or
Yeah. Yeah.
Frontier Co-op.
If you're buying somebody that's been through a process, then you're really good to go.
Okay. Tinctures, though, they'll contain glycerin or alcohol. Is that legal?
That's a whole nother.
He said no hard questions, remember?
I'm sorry.
That would be a question for tobacco and alcohol, and I can get that number for you. But,
Okay.
I could tell you that we had, was it Kabacha tea a couple of years ago that does have a fermentation, huh?
The kombucha?
Kombucha that's got a fermentation to it. And I called the alcohol guys, and you know, depending on who you talk to, one guy was getting all excited, and other guy's like, no, that's no big deal. So, you know, just because you might want to check with more than one person.
Okay, because you've got to have, the alcohol is what pulls the medicinal part out of the herbs.
Yeah.
So, okay.
That's a whole nother ballgame. That's,
I'll have to get that number from you then.
I
Okay.
will. Yes.
I've heard conflicting things about creamed honey.
Yeah, I don't, I'd have to look
Gotta be
that up.
certified.
It's gotta be a certified kitchen.
Certified, even like doing
Yeah,
like
'cause
honey
you're
straws.
you're
you couldn't do
processing
that.
it.
It had to
It's
be
processing.
certified, yes,
Okay.
any of that, it's gotta be straight
That's
honey.
exactly where I
Nothing-
was kinda.
Nothing else in the
Okay.
bottle with the,
Yeah.
and anything beyond that. We had a certified kitchen for a while, but it just wasn't, it was a lot of hassle for minimal, I guess, return.
Well, I mean, there's a certain expense to getting a certified kitchen put up,
Yes.
right? And then there's an annual inspection that is required and upkeep, because, you know, you get a piece of wall panel that starts pulling off, that's a big deal to us. May not be to you, but it is to me, all right? So the upkeep is, you know, if that's not something you're able to spend the time, you may have the knowledge, but a lot of times it's the time to keep all that up.
But just regular creamed honey, non-flavored creamed honey.
Certified.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure
Are we
anytime you
sure about
process.
that? Because I
No.
think that,
No, it's certified.
okay,
not-
because
it's not
the only thing you're
processed.
putting in there is the honey crystals, right?
Exactly.
So you're crystallizing your own honey,
I
and you're
am.
stirring that into it.
I will tell you, I'd have to research that or get a hold of the honey board and get their opinion on that.
Okay.
We were told certified, but I mean, it could have changed, you know,
I'm
in the
not
last
disagreeing
couple
with you
years.
all.
No, I know, I just meant, we were told beyond what you were saying, and it
Yeah.
wasn't just from you. I think it might have been,
It was
was
from
it
another
Boone County
beekeeper.
or something, yeah.
Yeah.
No, certified.
You know, I don't know, it's been, when I first started doing this, there was a big issue over the honey. And pretty much what it boiled down to is, as long as you're doing raw honey and doing nothing else to it, everything's good. If you want to start making flavored honey and stuff, that's a process, and that would require a certified kitchen.
Yeah,
Now,
you start
there
doing
may be
infusions and
exceptions,
stuff.
I don't know,
Exactly.
okay? There may be exceptions, I'm not saying I know it all, because I don't.
That's why I'm asking the question.
Well, that's one that we would have to start making phone calls, is that, yeah.
Is whipped tallow considered the same way then?
I believe so.
Okay.
I believe so. Well, first of all, to get the tallow, you're gonna have, it is a process in
Yes.
itself to get
Yes.
the tallow, so.
Okay.
That would require a certified kitchen.
Okay.
Now, for those of you that are like, well, what is a certified kitchen? It depends on what you need. But there's three first things: a hand sink, a 3-basin sink, and a utility sink. And then from there, we go based on what it is that you're doing. It could be an oven and that's it, and a countertop. You're obviously gonna need some sort of a countertop. The word smooth and easy cleanable will be high on your vocabulary, because everything in there is smooth and easy cleanable. So if it's not smooth and easy cleanable, it doesn't meet. Bare concrete floors are not smooth and easy cleanable, as much as a lot of people think they are, but they're very porous. Yes?
In the commercial kitchen, the mop sink, does that have to be in the commercial kitchen, or can that be out?
Adjacent
like
to,
in a spigot, or in a-
adjacent to, as long as it's in, you know, like, I have a, just real quick, I have a catering kitchen set up very nicely, but their mop sink is out in the other part of the garage. It's a 3-car garage that they petitioned one bay off, made a nice kitchen in it, but the utility sink's in the garage part, and I let that go. They go through a door to get to it.
Just as long as it gets hot.
And it could be, a mop sink could be a utility sink or a true mop sink, either one. Wow.